guess yourself. You come with this time. You say it's not your fault, but you just can't deny. I can see it in your face many times. Now you change your story, try to say we are the same. You can make my dream, but I won't fall these games. Keep trying to hold this out, it's falling from you. You back to desperation, you got me tails. You're coming back with me, 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 back with me. You're coming back with me. You're back with me.
Well, it seems like we are back. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the second match of today. Dislike versus GOF. My name is MikeGoesBoom and I'm joined here by the lovely Sean. Sean, why don't you present yourself?
Yes, hi, I'm Sean, also known as Pops Arcade, the voice of the official Word Thunder tutorials. And you're watching Thunder Cup. We're having a major battle very, very soon. This time is going to be Dislike Team versus GOF, also known as Group of Friends. Group of Friends, they're a team from Belarus, and Dislike, they are Russians. Okay, both are tank-heavy teams. They really dislike using aircraft, so maybe that's why Dislike Team is called Dislike, you know, because they dislike planes.
Indeed now. GOF is in this bracket because they sadly lost against Dynamite, who just took the win in the last battle with absolute air dominance. That's kind of what happens when you completely refuse to take out aircraft.
Yeah, that's true. They over-concentrated on tanks, and they got totally wiped out by Dynamite, you know, because they used aircraft to, you know, a good measure, which is always good. Whoever wins this battle is going to move on to fight Der Adler. Now, what can I say? Whoever loses this battle is out of the tournament. No more Thunder Cup this time.
Goodbye. Kree every team. It's all over now.
Yeah, that's true. So this is the last chance for both Dislike and GOF, and that's why, you know, it's a very exciting battle to watch. I don't know what to say because, you know, my predictions so far, they haven't really, you know, became reality much. So I'm really wary of making any kind of forecast on this thing. But you know what? I think I'm gonna root for the GOF because I've actually seen them play before, which I can't really say the same about Dislike. So.
You know, I'm kind of in a betting mood now. Last game I did bet on Phoenix Squadron to win against Mist, and well, not too much surprise they actually did. Now, Mist was a very strong team, don't get me wrong here, but they were kind of the underdog here, being classified through the tournament, facing off against Fink, that is one of the strongest squadrons in War Thunder right now, and a professional team as well. So, but now, we have GOF versus Dislike. Now, again, same as Sean, I haven't really seen Dislike play before. The matches I've commented before were all GOF, and I can tell, even though GOF never takes out aircraft, they have one of the strongest tank games I've ever seen. Even though they are facing just barrages of bombs and very honorable fighters and whatever. They just coordinate their teamwork so well. They just hold the front, they just capture the zones. And actually, they are actually quite defensive players as well. I've never seen them go straight for the rush trying to eliminate the enemy team. They always try to play the tactical game, the long game of trying to capture the points and win through attrition.
You know what? This is very interesting because both these teams, they are tank-heavy teams. They concentrate on tanks, as we mentioned before. And whoever changes the tactics a little bit, changes the game, you know, mends it up a little bit with a plane or two, has a very good chance of turning the tables around. And basically, whoever wins this is going to move up to fight Der Adler, another tank-heavy team. So, you know, this side of the ladder for Thunder Cup is very, very tank-heavy. Lots of steel, lots of firepower, very little aircraft. You know, very interesting. I know, Mike, you're a big fan of planes. You know, you're one of the best fighter pilots I've ever seen in the sky.
Oh, don't make me blush.
Which I can't really say about myself because I'm a bomber pilot. But anyway, bombers are important too. You know, protect your bombers. Anyway, let's get on with the game. The map is loading, and we're going to Poland yet again. Very, very popular map these days, it seems.
Indeed, as we are talking, the map is loading up. Ladies and gentlemen, this is round 1 of Dislike versus GOF. Let's see what the players are going to take out. I'm actually going to be very interested to see if there are any aircraft going to appear in this battle. That would be something.
Yeah, that's very true. So the map is loading in. I'm very excited to see if they bring at least a single plane. If at least a single plane.
I'm actually more interested to see
I'm
these
make a forecast. We'll make
here.
a forecast. Whoever brings a plane will win. Okay, no plane so far. No plane so far.
Nope. And
no,
wow, Dislike going with almost a full T-44 team. They are going strong on those T-44s, which is actually a very, very good idea. Poland being an urban map, being for the most part very flat, not giving the Russians a... Yes, you need a lot of armor, and also you don't have that problem of Russian gun depression. That is not going to hold you back on this map.
No, definitely not. What you need is armor and a big gun in this, you know, tight city. Because 2 of the 3 points on the map, they are in the city. So, you know, it's very important. Well, it's more of a town, but whatever. It's all semantics right now.
Now, as far as I can tell here, Dislike is actually going for the B flag. You have to just completely rushing the city. We have 4 guys on GOF going for C. In the meantime, we have 2 also going for A here. Now, the only player I can see, the only 2 players I can see here going for A are, actually it's 3, Denaxo, Warphouse and Glad Reploid. But they are going to have a tough battle ahead. Remember, GOF is a very, very strong tanker team. It's going to be very interesting to see which one is going to take this flag.
That's the thing. You see, Dislike brought 3 versus 2 of GOF. GOF only got T-34 and the T-44, but they're the first on cap. Okay, cap being contested.
Taking the C flag, which is with the T-44, and they went with the Tiger E right at the start of the match. Now, the Tiger E is a very, very, very strong defensive tank. Kind of slow, not very good in reaction to changing battle, but once
tough.
it holds a position, it is going to be very hard to lodge his finger away from there.
That's very true, but looks like Dislike is not even going to try to go for Charlie. You know, they concentrated their forces on Bravo and Alpha so far. We see Andre Bai in a Panther A moving up to support his teammates on Alpha. And he actually did a very nice shot just now. He killed a Cybers 1 of GOF. He killed that... No, hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. Oh, my bad.
Now, Dislike is actually doing a very strong game here. They actually held off the GOF guys, going for the A flag, and are now capping A. And they are completely uncontested over on B. GOF is going to have to do something about this. They have to take A, or they're going to... They stand a very good chance of losing this match to just capping.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And so far, it's... You know what? It seems that GOF got more tanks this side of the pond, you know. So basically, they're just gonna swarm Alpha. I think this is what's gonna happen. And
yeah, but it's going to be very hard for them as well.
Bravo, you know, yeah, because look, Dislike got only 3 tanks protecting Alpha, and one just outside the town, kind of doing like a backup.
Now, Nev over here tried to advance, but was intercepted by Glad Reploid, who took out his cannon breach and his turret. Now, good thing for Nev, he didn't take out any of the crew, so he's still okay. He just repaired his tanks, now completely fine again. Let's see who takes the first shot here.
Yeah, so
oh, Nev just got taken out in one shot!
Yeah, that was beautiful. Totally
that was
beautiful.
Amazing, perfect shot placement right there. Glad definitely knows how to use his gun.
But then again, Dislike, they're down to basically 3 tanks guarding Alpha, and 1 just outside the town, which could be counted as a 4th one. And the Tiger E is moving onto Alpha, actually. It's advancing. Look at this.
He's being very brave here, very brave indeed, because the Tiger E is one of the those tanks that is not very good at brawling at close range. It is very easy to outflank this guy, especially in something like a T-44. And
Oh! Gets shot in the side by Denixo, and the T-44 Cypress 1 and the Tiger E is dead.
That's German Amarex for you. The Tiger E is filled with Amarex on the side.
Dislike is doing a very good job so far of holding 2 points. And then again, GOF got no assets in place to counter anything going on Bravo. Now at the same time, very nice play by Dislike. They got 2 tanks, actually 3 tanks stationed across the pond, and they're providing cover for their teammates holding Alpha. This is looking very strong for Dislike so far.
Now Sean, look at the scoreboard. Dislike hasn't lost a single player yet. Not only are they winning through capturing, they're actually slowly but surely eliminating GOF out of the battle.
Yeah, it seems like it's not only the war of losing tickets, it's a war of attrition as well. And it's not looking good for GOF. You know, this kind of reminds me of what happened to them when they fought against Dynamite a couple of days back. Is
Filsomet going to do the same error that his Tiger E buddy did? He's aware of Glad Raptors here. He just waited for him to fire and is now going for the fire. And 1 shot!
That's so far looks very overconfident. You know, maybe they're sure of themselves, you know? They're taking a lot of risky moves. But they seem to be encroaching on Alpha. Then again, they got strong support fire from BAH-93 and Strela.
Oh, we have an aircraft. We have an aircraft. Dislike actually just spawned into an aircraft.
That we did not expect. Remember what I told you about whoever brings out a plane will win?
Yeah.
I think this is going to be the case. Andre Vine and his BF-109G6.
I don't know if it's a good choice though. The BF-109 only has a single bomb. He can only take out 1 single tank here.
But they're winning anyway.
They are winning anyway. Yeah, that is true. Yeah. That is true. He might just go for the tactical bomber assault, taking out the most dangerous tank, which I would say is the Tiger E. The heavy tank is a definite candidate for this bomb drop right here.
If he manages to spot him and identify the target in this town,
he's within 1 kilometer. He's within 1 kilometer. He just spotted him. He's diving in on the Tiger E.
He is going for
Actually, no.
No, he's not. He's turning. No.
He's going for Filsomet. He's going for Filsomet and bombs up and hit.
Yeah,
only a hit.
Filsomet is still alive, barely.
He actually took almost no damage here. That was very unlucky. Filsomet just took out the turret off.
But he just got hit from across the pond. He's on fire. Everybody in his turret is dead.
Oh, Sarah's having some problem here as well. He can't really move. Sarah in the T-44 is wedged between these 2 houses here. With the turret facing the wrong way. His turret ring is down, that's why. Now he has the Nix on the other side also facing his ass against the wall. Jeff is afraid here.
That's not very good. Yeah, he seems like he's scared. Please, God, save me.
This has the defensive advantage here, though.
He's turning around to the threat. I wonder if he's aware of what's coming.
He is.
Looks like he is.
They're definitely seeing each other here. But it's going to be very hard for GOF here. Now remember, it's not only the guys in the cap circle, there are also 3 guys from Dislike on the other side of the pond just pummeling them with fire and artillery.
Only if GOF would send somebody to Bravo, not maybe to capture Bravo itself, but to contest all these support fire tanks. You know, they're just sitting there pummeling away at GOF.
Now look at this.
Nobody's shooting at them at all, and you know it's very hard for Dislike to hold Alpha like this.
Look at this, Filsomet and Sir there, actually team playing, going for the squad repair, helping his buddy Sir out to repair fast and going for a little bit of broke-back mountain action.
Nev is coming up behind the Nixo, but he's getting stopped by the fire across the pond.
Oh, he just set the Nixo on fire.
God, such a beautiful
the Nixo is down. The Nixo just burned down. Oh, Nev is down as well.
Nev is out. He just got killed.
Desolov, just with very, very effective long-range fire. I think GOF is out of this one. They are not going to win this one.
Probably not. They're very low on points, and there's War Palace is still there. Feels so mad, doing a very bold thing, attacking, trying to hide behind a building. Now he is invulnerable to the support fire across the pond.
Not quite. Not quite.
Not quite. Yeah, he did get hit there. I think in the cannon barrel.
There's an aircraft coming in as well. It's BF109 still flying around without a bomb. He's just having fun. He's just scouting out.
I think just like they're, they know who's gonna win this one, so they're very, very confident right there.
Now Warpath is being very, 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 very smart here. He doesn't have to advance as long as he stays in this cap zone. Feel So Mad cannot stop the bleeding. And in order for Feel So Mad to stop the bleeding, he has to take out Warpose, which is going to mean
GOF
exposing himself to dislike.
Yeah, GOF still got an ace card. They got a Tiger E coming from the middle of the town to support Feel So Mad of GOF.
But how much can this Tiger E do? He already has two of his crew members down. This is going... this is not looking good for GOF. This is not looking good here. Dislike again proving to be a very, very strong team. They must have studied their opponent.
Yeah, everybody seemed to be going going all out on GOF these days. Poor guys. Seriously.
Just Tiger E. Oh, one shot against the T-44.
Just one shot him. That was beautiful.
But his turret ring is down as well. He's going to have some trouble getting his gun on Warpose over here. Warpose
and can't really maneuver
trying to...
around
Oh, and he
Alpha.
misses!
Oh,
he misses and he dies!
Tiger E's dead by BAH 93, Bach 93. Beautiful shot across
Feel
the
So
pond.
Mad, now the only hope for
So
GOF.
One less guy. Do you know that he's actually the captain of GOF? So he's the last one to die, probably.
And I gotta say, the captain goes down with the ship. He is not giving up yet.
Yeah.
But
He's
there's not much he can
he's
do.
Not, I think he's about to go down with the ship. Because he's on fire, getting pummeled.
And he is down.
He is down.
Did you take a look at that fire coming in? There was at least 3 shots in the space of 2 seconds. Nobody can survive that.
That was nuts. That was nuts. Very, very fierce battle for Alpha. But I think, tactically, just like they just won on a whole different level. Because, they went for, 2 sides. So they had a very good fire base going on. And, it was easy for them to hold Alpha for the entirety of the battle.
Yeah, Dislike, you're just proving that they are very capable. They just took out one of the strongest teams in War Thunder, if not the strongest squadron. If I'm not mistaken, GOF is actually the strongest squadron in War Thunder right now. So yeah, this is going to be a very interesting battle here. Just 2 behemoths racing against each other.
Yeah, that's very true. So you see, guys, they don't do planes. Who needs planes? We just seen what happens. But my forecast was correct. I did say whoever brings out a plane is going to win. Dislike brought out a plane, and they have won. You see?
But also, you did say you were rooting for GOF. You're kind of conflicting there.
I know. I'm so malleable. Yeah, well, this, I want to remind you, this is Thunder Cup, and this is Elimination Battle, okay? Whoever loses this is out of the Thunder Cup. Indeed,
there's no coming back. If you lose this, it's all ogre.
Yeah.
If you catch this reference, shame on you. Now, the next battle seems to be on Normandy, a very, very interesting map as well. 2 definite layers of combat there. We have the beach, we have the wide open fields on the right side of the map, and you have the city in the center. Now,
yeah, the town, that's right.
The town seems to be a point of cat and mouse play. The last time I see the teams battling it out in the town, they were just driving circles around each other for 50 minutes straight. So let's hope we see some more action this time.
You know what's funny? Looking at the tournament ladder right now, it might be possible that very soon, if GOF wins this, and then they win the next battle, they will be fighting against Dynamite again.
Oh, going for the revenge there.
Well, they gotta win 2 games though, it's not easy. We've all seen how fierce this Thunder Cup has been so far. Lots of really strong action by all the teams. So you gotta put your game together, to go far in the Thunder Cup.
I got handed to GOF, even though they have never taken out a single aircraft. They are where they are right now. They won a lot of games. They've only lost 1 game against Dynamite. Well, due to aircraft. But you get the point. Now, even against aircraft, they are very capable players.
They are. But you know what? Every time we talk about a team that doesn't have aircraft support, it's like we're talking about a kid who's playing piano with his feet. I think it's a limiting factor that you don't use aircraft, because it gives you so much tactical ability, you know, versus tanks. When you use combined arms, you know, I think it's always best to diversify. But then again, I'm not a professional player. They are.
So
okay.
What you are saying is not using aircraft makes you have smelly feet. Is that it?
Something like, yeah. Well, if you're a kid that plays piano with his feet, that's very correct.
Now the teams went for Normandy here. Normandy being one of the toughest maps to take out aircraft in due to all of these barrage balloons. Well, gladly none of the teams took out any aircraft. Again, Dislike here is going with the strong team of T-44s. But here's the problem. Normandy has sloping. Normandy has ups and downs. And that is where the T-44 suffers.
Yeah, that's where the inherent, you know, poor gun depression of Soviet tanks is gonna suck. It's gonna suck hard. So, okay, the battle has started. GOF are capping.
Cap zone.
They're capping Bravo. That's right.
Field Summit and start capping the battle. They're probably going to advance through the beach, face on against Denixo and the other guy behind him, and try to flank around through the middle of the city to take out A.
Yeah, this seems like a total possibility right there.
Now GF takes the lead here, getting a slight ticket bleed, but is it going to be enough? Again, it's very early in the game and teams are still scattering around, but so far what we can see is GOF with a very strong presence around the center of the city. They have 3 players over here on the center of the city and another 2 on the beach. Now, if the 2 guys on the beach can survive against the dislike team on the beach and can flank around, they are going to have both B and A.
Again, Mike. I'm going to try and make a forecast again. I think dislike, they're going to pummel the GOFs on the beach, take over Bravo, and then flank around and destroy whatever is on Alpha, which is entirely possible.
Indeed, but first they have to get there. Now, Brutling, very, very, very brave here. Actually, he's going straight for the capture zone. Is he going to stay in it, though? Yes, he is. He's going for an early cap here. Taking this time, taking this opportunity, whilst the dislike is not paying attention.
Dislike, they completely annihilated GOFs on the beach. Now they're moving in for Bravo. That's pretty much the home point for GOF.
Oh, this is not what GOF was hoping for. Losing Bravo means they have to capture A and C, or Bravo.
Or Alpha and Bravo, or yeah, Bravo and Charlie. It's hard to say what they're going to go for.
This is going to set them back. Now they're calling in an artillery strike on Warpost, but artillery is very random. It is not guaranteed to see if this is going to work here.
Very true. Feels so mad, just respawned in. He wants to go for another shot at War Palace and take
look at this, look at this. GF actually made it all the way over to C. They are now capturing the home base from a dislike team. In the meantime,
Cybers won a T-44. He's not alone. He brought a buddy with him, Nevin, another T-44.
In the meantime, we have an aircraft in the air. Andre, again in the BF-109 G6 with a single bomb. He's probably going to go for some tactical bomb here. Let's see which one is going to take out here. He has plenty of choices here.
Yeah, he does. Now, this is very interesting. Let's take a look what he's going to go for.
He's going to go straight for either Psalm or Paul Runa. Let's see.
Yeah, I think they want to go for all 3 points and bombs away.
And did not take the kill there.
Beautiful bomb drop. Absolutely takes out Psalm and his T-44. I think that was a direct hit, right?
That was a direct hit. Psalm had no chance of moving away there. Paul Runa, now the only player in the city. Again, but he's in a Tiger E. He has a good chance here. Tiger E is a very, very strong tank as long as he's able to angle his armor.
But he's alone against Bach 93, and we've all seen what that player did last match. And then against Shirley and another T-44, though he is getting shot at by GOF from above the beach. And see, Ba is trying to side strafe here.
Paul actually hits his shot, takes out the gunner of Ba, advances now, takes his opportunity. Yeah. He must pay attention though. He's about to be. No, he's not about to be flanked. That's his teammate. Oh, actually, he is. No, he's actually being supported by the guys over from C. They are now they're now coming down and trying to flank around.
Huh? So it looks like GOF kind of learned the tactics of their enemy from the previous battle. You know, doing like a fire-based support from across the map, which is very good.
Look at the sneaky Silvers over here, flanking around, trying to support his teammates. Now, neither of the teams are bleeding right now. Nobody has kept A. A is completely decapped, and each one has the home base of the enemies.
Well, you know what? I think GOF should be really careful with Bot 93 because he already took out 4 tanks again. I mean, 2 games in a row.
Indeed, it's going to be very hard here.
It's not something. It's not someone you want to go up against when he's driving that T-44. He knows how this thing works for sure.
Oh, look at this! Look at this! GOF is actually on the capture right now. They are capturing A.
But there's Bach coming up to contest it. Will he kill Brooding of the GOF?
Brooding is very smart here. He's using the wrecks of these tanks here as cover. He's going to force Bot to advance and take the first shot.
Oh,
and he takes him out!
Nice shot by Brooding. Kills the Dominator Bat 93 that had 4 kills. Brooding, awesome shot.
Takes the cap, takes the enemy, turns the game around.
Brooding's no slouch himself. He's got 3 kills so far.
And escapes himself. Oh! Glad Raptor just got taken out by Psalm from all the way. Where? Where did that come from? From the other side here.
Turning this around. GOF are turning this around, man.
Look at this. GOF have now taken control of C, of A. They have 1 player defending C. They have a strong presence in the city, but there's still Denixo guarding A. Denixo is not the only player from the Fink Squadron over on B.
Not looking too good. Look at the sneaky Ba. Look all the way there with his buddy Warpowers coming up across the beach. I wonder what they're gonna do.
It's going to be very interesting to see here. Dude, I'm excited here. I'm excited. This is just a complete turnaround.
The town is completely locked down by GOF pretty much. Cybers 1 is T-34 moving up on Bravo. Going up against Denixo on a T-44.
Oh, Andre's going to try something very, very risky here. Now, his team does not have any airfield. He is forced to land on a carrier if he wants to rearm and be of use to his team. But he's in a BF-109. The BF-109 is not a naval plane.
In a BF-109, you gotta have balls of steel. You gotta have balls of steel to do that.
Look at this technique. He's not even using his landing gear. Oh, no, no, no. That is not enough. Not enough power. He just slowed down way too much and crashed into the ass of the carrier there.
That did not work.
He tried though. He tried.
I told you. 109, you know, aircraft carrier, they don't mix. Well, let's take a look at Bravo. It's a very interesting development. It's like 1-on-1, Cybers 1, and a T-34 up against Denixo and a T-44.
Dislike is having some problems here. They only seem to have 3 people left. Not only are they losing by being capped, by being capped out, they are also losing through attrition here.
Yeah, they have fewer tanks left as well, you know. Fewer tanks left, fewer tickets left, not looking very good for Dislike.
Oh, Warpos just got his tracks taken out. He's now side on to a Panther A. Oh, he takes a shot, but he's still alive. He's still alive. He managed to get beyond cover, but Broadling takes him out. No chance there.
No chance at all.
And Ba is also down. Oh, this is a win. This is a win for GOF.
I think, yeah, this is it. This is it. My God, they turned the tables around right there. That was beautiful.
Again, you can never underestimate the players. Even though GOF was completely annihilated in the last game, they just completely turned it around now. They did not let Dislike have the momentum.
Maybe they just like Normandy a lot, because I believe the battle when they fought against Dynamite, they won when they played on Normandy. So I believe Normandy is their favorite. So they know it well. They probably train a lot on that map. They know every nook and cranny, which gives you a huge advantage in combat. We all know this.
Indeed. Now, let's see which mod is going to be next. At the moment, it's 1-1 for Dislike against GOF. Again, this is the second elimination round. Whoever loses this battle is out of the tournament. The teams are given their all to stay in the tournament. Now, both Dislike and GOF are very tank-heavy games. GOF has never taken out an aircraft. Imagine that. In a combined battles tournament, they have never taken out an aircraft, and they've made it all the way up here. Losing against Dynamite in the last match, well, due to 5 aircraft versus 3 tanks. But still, a very, very, very strong tank. And Dislike, very similar. They're also very tank heavy, always taking out tanks at the start of the match and only having a single pilot.
Yeah, I know. That was Andre Bai, right? Always flying as 109. And by the way, mostly hitting his targets, I think.
Yeah, so far
So,
he's done very good with his bombs.
Very interesting. Dislike, they just picked Poland again because they won in Poland, so they're going strong with that, and they're going for it again, which is not very surprising. You know, they're confident with that map, obviously, but then again, GOF knows what Dislike can do on that map. You know, with fire support from across the pond. I wonder if they will counter that in any way, and if Dislike are going to change their tactics for this upcoming game.
Here's the thing, from what I've seen so far from GOF, they are very hard to change their tactics. They always seem to employ the same tactics. So I'm predicting that GOF is going to try again, go for the city rush, whilst Dislike is going to go for B. And B is a very strong position to cover A. So if Dislike is not able to hold A, the same situation as in the first match is going to develop here. If they lose A, they're not going to take it back.
If you have just joined in, you're watching Thunder Cup. You're watching Elimination Battle between Dislike and GOF. Commentating for your pleasure is MikeGoesBoom and Sean, also known as Pops Arcade, the voice of official War Thunder tutorials. Welcome. We are loving this. I hope you're loving this too.
I'm actually out of words here. I mean, these battles have been so exciting so far. This entire tournament, it's just packed with excitement. And don't forget, the teams are fighting for something here. Now, yesterday we had some very interesting matches here between Verve and Dynamite, and Adler and Arcade. Verve taking the first match, advancing to the finals. Yes, you heard that right.
Oh.
Finals.
Yep. They did. They did.
And here's the thing.
And they're gonna... Yeah.
Whoever wins the finals is going to be flown out to China to face off against the best Chinese team for a prize pot of $11,000. So
That's a lot of money.
that's a lot of money. The next time your mother tells you to stop playing video games because you're never going to make a living out of it, show them this video and don't take my life advice. Very bad idea.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You should have seen Mike after he's partying, not looking too good. So at least don't take his partying advice seriously at the least. Okay, so the map is about to start loading. I suppose it's going to be Poland again. So in the first battle between Dislike and GOF, Dislike completely annihilated GOF and Poland by bringing a fire team across the pond and covering the town. So they held down 2 points, and at the same time they eliminated all of the GOF's tanks, which is a very nice combo to do. Now in the next battle in Normandy, GOF easily won against Dislike. So it was domination by Dislike in the first battle, and then it was total domination by GOF in the next. So they're coming off really similar in terms of power. You see, they just got different maps they prefer, as far as I understand, because in the previous battle that we have commentated upon, it was Mist versus Think, and Think clearly outranked Mist in all three battles. It was 3-0, very easily won, no big deal. But this time, it's a man versus man, whereas in the past battle was more like a man versus a teenager.
Indeed, and Poland is a very interesting map here. Poland is a sort of hybrid map. You have 3 flags, 2 in the city and 1 on the other side of the pond, which is kind of wide open and very hard to access. But once you hold the B flag, we pretty much can set up a firing squad over to the A flag. And if you can capture both flags, you have a very strong position there, making it almost impossible for the enemy team to come back and capture the game. And that's exactly what we saw in the first match here, where GOF at the start of the match went very strong, trying to capture both flags, but sadly they lost A, and they didn't even try to compete for B. So Dislike just set up a firing squad on B and completely dominated the rest of the match, just eliminating GOF straight out of the battle. No chance.
Yeah, absolutely. It was very exciting to watch. I wonder how this is gonna go, because Dislike were clearly dominating in the first battle on Poland. Now, I wonder if they're going to change their tactics at all. You know, if they're going to bring, 2-3 tanks like they did the previous battle across the pond to support whoever's in the city, the town, holding Alpha. And if GOF can adjust to that and finally send someone to counter the threat from across the pond. Because, these guys from across the pond, they killed a lot. A lot of tanks.
They do. They do. And again, something we didn't quite mention here. Dislike up until now has always taken out a full team of T-44s, except for one M4A3 Jumbo. And the M4A3 Jumbo is very special in two things. Very, very, very strong frontal turret armor and very, very good gun depression. And you know what? They went for B. The M4A3 went for B, just the perfect position for them to set up a sniping spot, just being almost impenetrable from over there, was being able to snipe down over on A and just rain hellfire.
Yep, that's very true. Okay, so no surprise here, no planes in the beginning, which is a very common thing for both these teams. As we've mentioned before, they are tank heavy, tank pros. Okay, as predicted, Dislike is sending people over, to Bravo. But this time, GOF has adjusted. They're countering that by sending 2 tanks, Nev and a T-44 and a Cybers 1 and the T-34-85. So T-44 and the T-34. 2 tanks to counter whatever's happening on Bravo.
Actually, this... Feel So Much just sniped straight from all the way across the map. Dislike is now down 1 tank over on the B flag. This might just be turning around. Nev and Cybers 1 over here now have a much better chance of taking out this flag. This might just turn it around. And Sarah just sniped Dazzle. These guys are just going for and just got bar. They completely annihilated Dislike over on B. These snipes
completely annihilated Bob 93. We all know he's a very strong tanker. Got completely wiped out. So GOF, they're not falling for the same trick twice.
They just completely annihilated the defense there. Bravo's going to be theirs, and this might just be the point where they win this game. Without the threat from Bravo, they're going to have no problem holding the city here. Look at this.
You know what? I took a quick peek at the comments on Twitch for this stream, and I asked them, "Hey guys, do you like our commentators?" Like, yeah, they're great. 2 thumbs up for commentators. So looks like we're doing a good job. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're doing good. Also, I got a sexy voice. Okay.
You do. Very
now
sexual.
Back on track. Alpha is heavily contested by Dislike, but now the tables have turned. So it's the complete opposite of the situation that was happening in the first battle. Now it's GOF firing from across the pond.
Indeed, and not only that, they also have C. They are now doing a pincer maneuver here on Dislike. Feel So Much is trying to capture C here, but he has to face off against 2 tanks. But those 2 tanks are going to have some trouble facing off against the guys on the other side of the pond here as well. If they manage to take out Dislike here, on the B flag, on the A flag, sorry about that,
now
they're going to completely dominate this.
Check Charlie, a lot, like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tanks by Dislike moving on to Charlie. And Charlie's only being held by Psalm and a Jumbo and a single T-44 driven by Broodling. Look at this.
Yeah.
Zerg swarm. This is a Zerg
Some
swarm.
just got taken out. Broodling is now being fired from all sides.
From the rear. Look at this. He's surrounded. 3 tanks against 1. Broodling is dead. Broodling is dead. And okay, now Dislike got a clear shot at Charlie. They're gonna take it. Seriously. Oh my god.
They took Charlie. But
that was nuts.
I don't know if that's a good idea here, because remember, A is the critical flag here. They can have Charlie, but it's going to be very hard for them to take out A, whilst GOF has people on the other side of the pond there. It's going to be very hard. So and GOF is just taking this flag. There's nobody on this flag. Feel So Much is taking this out.
They can go 2 ways, basically. So, Dislike can either send someone to take out whoever's sitting on Bravo, which I think would be a smart thing to do, but then again, who am I to say? Or they're probably going to proceed in force with all the swarm of tanks.
Sean, we just witnessed a miracle. GOF just took out an aircraft.
With a
Psalm
tank.
with a TVF-1C. Psalm just took out an aircraft. The first time ever in Thunder Cup we see GOF taking on aircrafts. This is an historical event, ladies and gentlemen.
You see, probably that's why they're not so keen on using planes, because who needs planes? We can shoot down the planes with them cannons, you know? So this works. Okay. You know, a strong Zerg rush by Dislike, moving through the middle of the town, about to contest Alpha. But we all know, with proper fire support from Bravo, you know, Alpha is pretty much impenetrable. You know, very hard to take.
Just look at this map dominance from GOF. They still have the 2 guys over on B. They have Field Somet guarding A. They have 3 guys closing in, flanking around, going in for C, and they have a TBF-1C in the air. Which just dropped a bomb, but nothing.
Look at this Psalm. Look, wasn't it Psalm who got taken out by cannon, right?
I think it was. Look at this.
It was?
Two tanks right next to each other.
No,
Oh!
About to drop his payload.
Double kill!
Absolutely beautiful. 2 tanks and a single bomb drop by Psalm. Amazing. No more Zerg rush for Dislike. They're running out of tanks fast.
This is it. This is it. Dislike just lost this
is the
game.
turning point. GOF are like, okay.
And he takes out Desert for good measure.
We'll show you what it means to be good at Normandy. This is beautiful.
They just completely turned this thing around. GOF being completely dominated in the first battle on this map, and now look at it.
Bomb drop by
Look
Psalm,
at
man.
it.
What a bomb drop.
Psalm definitely the MVP here on 3 kills. 4 bombs, 3 kills. And the first double kill I've seen in this battle.
360 no scope, man. 360 no scope. Perfect. Good job. Now, GOF are counterattacking. It seems to be they're counterattacking. Look at this. They're moving in through the town. And I think they're going for a wipeout.
Yeah, they don't even need to cap. They are in definite numeric advantage. They are in capture advantage. They only have to face 2 other tanks now, which are both T-34s, which aren't exactly known for their strong armor. Dislike is going to have to pray for a miracle here, and Shaxi just got taken out. The Glad Reploid is now the only player left alive.
Oh my god, this is 1 tank left for Dislike. My god, it's amazing. They came out so strong. Okay, LA7 coming in by Dislike. Not anymore. He bailed. You know what? He bailed.
That's
Came in, and then
weak
he
play,
bailed in a
weak
second.
play,
So I
weak
think they
play.
know it's... This is GG. Well played. Look at this. Glad Reptiloid.
One shot to Tiger.
2 tanks ruling at a T-34 and a sword at T-44. Can he survive this?
Oh,
Probably
his turret
not.
just got taken out. This is nothing
my
good.
God. Not looking good for Glad Reptiloid.
And he
that's
is
it.
down.
And he is dead.
That,
Okay.
ladies and gentlemen, is game. GOF takes the 3rd game for a 2-1. They just took this completely.
Blasting battle. I was on the edge of my chair. I mean, God, this was beautiful. GOF, thank you so much for this particular match. It was amazing.
I love this.
They completely reversed the table, man. Completely.
And somehow he just did manage to land here. He was actually trying to land in case it would be turned around by Dislike. He was still able to return fire there. But it wasn't needed. They just dominated this.
In case you have just joined, you're watching Thunder Cop and an elimination battle between Dislike and GOF. Whoever loses this is out of the Thunder Cop. And so far, it seems that GOF got a better chance because it's 2 for GOF versus 1 by Dislike. Whoever wins is going to move up and fight the Rattler. For your perusal, it's me and MikeGoesBoom working here, PopstarK, also known as Sean, the voice of official War Thunder tutorials, and the beautiful and one and only awesome YouTuber MikeGoesBoom.
Hi.
Yeah.
Very central voice here.
I know. Gaijin, we're working very hard to find people with voices as sexy as, you know, ours. So, maybe next game they make is going to be, you know, more, sexy.
Well, now I'm working for my
wrong.
position here.
War Thunder is sexy. I mean, you know, but maybe in another way. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's move on. Let's move on. So,
Ladies and gentlemen, no, hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, in the comments down below, tell me, what is the tank or aircraft you find more sexy? And give some reasons. Is it the curves? Is it the bomb loads? Is it the big, long, hard cannons? Tell us.
Also, I'm gonna ask the people watching the stream, who do you think's got the sexier voice here?
Oh,
you know, you wanted to know this. Now I want to know this too, man. We gotta settle this. We gotta settle this like men, and it's the public who's gonna decide. So, okay, so far, Thunder Cop elimination battle between GOF and Dislike. Dislike came out very strong in the first battle against GOF on Poland. They completely dominated GOF. Not only they made them bleed points, they also eliminated every single vehicle GOF has brought to the table. Now in the second battle, GOF has turned the tide on their favorite map, Normandy, and they completely annihilated Dislike. Now, Dislike went for, you know what? We did good on Poland. Let's go Poland again. But
that did not work for them.
It did not work well for them at all.
That's the thing. They blew their chance. They were very cocky there, I must say. They were very cocky in trying to choose the same map they eliminated GOF on, expecting them not to change their tactics. But they did, and it cost them dearly. Now GOF has the kind of cocky again, because they dominated this map. And they're definitely going for the elimination here. Remember, this is match ball. If GOF wins this battle, the game is over. GOF advances to the next bracket, and
this is it. This is it for Dislike. If they lose this, there's no going back. There's no second chance. That's it. This is make or break, man. This is make or break. Normandy. We all know how GOF plays Normandy. They play it very, very well. So, not looking very good for Dislike.
Dislike has to put up the fight of their lives here. Now they're going with a full T-44 setup here. Just all T-44s, not even an M4A3 this time. They're just going for the Russian rush here.
Yeah, and GOF only brought one, what is it, jumbo? It's a jumbo. And also, T-44 is mostly one jumbo and one T-34-85. So, let's see how it's gonna change tactically for this one.
Now, the team spawned on the same side of the map here, just like still on this side of the map, which is going to give them a disadvantage when it comes to aircraft. Remember last time, where the BF-1 had to land on the carriers because they don't get an airfield on this side. And he did not manage to do that. Now this time they did change their tactics a little bit, just like going with 3 tanks over to the C flag. It seems like they are trying to take this, eliminate the 2 GOF guys coming up from the field, and then going straight into A, holding those 2 positions. They're not going to try to go for the beach here. Actually, they are. 3 guys on the beach, 3 guys over there. Strelov is the only one in the city.
What I'm seeing so far is GOF are going pretty much for the same thing, at least with Bravo, because Feel So Mad and Sir yet again going for the cap of B, and they did it. So it's looking very similar. You know what? Very similar to the previous battle, but this time Dislike has it. They have adjusted, and they have brought 3 tanks to hold Charlie. 3 tanks now.
Now let's see if the same thing happens in the last match, where Dislike took out the GOF guys on the beach and went for the B cap. Or if GOF actually learned this time and is not going to get annihilated by these guys.
Okay. Okay, so, hold on a sec. Let's get back to the game. I'm sorry, I just took a quick peek at the comments, and so far it looks like we're even in terms of sexiness of the voice.
What?
So,
you have to be even more sexy?
Yes.
Alright,
I mean,
ladies and
probably
gentlemen.
we're the 2 sexiest men alive.
Oh yeah.
Which is not a bad thing at all. Okay, so Cyber Swan on the T-44, supported by Nevinam and a T-44 coming up on Charlie. About to go against 3 tanks, 3 T-44s by Dislike.
Oh, this is a bad position for Nev here. He has to fight the gun portion of the T-44. And, oh, he just took a big hitter. Cannon breach is down. Dazzle took out his cannon breach. He's going to have to repair here. Now he bounces another shot. Very lucky there. Very lucky. But he's going to have some problems from the other side. Now remember, the other guys can shoot him through the walls. And that's exactly what the Glad Reploid is trying to do. Nev very, very smartly trying to fall back. He hasn't lost a single crew member yet, but his cannon breach is still down. He has to find some safe spot to repair.
If only Shaxi of Dislike move up.
Oh, Nev just got taken out.
I know, this is exactly what he's doing. Look, Cybers 1 is all alone facing against 3 tanks. I think this is it for him. There's no chance he can win against 3.
This is going to be very hard for him. Now, he is more or less covered from Shaxi over on this other side, but it's still going to be very, very hard for him to take this one out.
Let's take a look at Alpha. Look, Strelevidny, the only guy from Dislike in the town, facing off against 3 GOFs there. Psalm, Brudling, and Polarona. We all know what Brudling can do.
Oh yeah.
We've seen this guy play before. And Polarona also pretty good, you know, did good with a Tiger E in previous battles. I've seen him play. So, looks like.
Oh, and
it's
Bud just
going
got taken out. The only chance
looks
for
like-
Selvot, the only support you just got taken out. GOF going very strong here with 2 caps.
Absolutely. I don't know seriously what Dislike are gonna do because they got 3 tanks stationed on Charlie. They might.
Oh! Straff actually just set Brutling on fire and he just destroyed Brutling. Very strong here.
Doing good. Now he's up against 2 tanks, not 3 anymore.
That is indeed true, but he lost his commander.
Zalm is coming up. He'll just need to see fire.
Oh, and he's got taken out.
That
was
he got
nasty.
Shot in the side of the turret by Polarona. That was a kill shot.
That was
by
a
jumper.
very, very good shot here. Look
Very
at
good
this.
shot indeed.
Look how Stravelov was covered by this by the wreck of this Pantry, and Pol still managed to take him out in 1 shot. So it was a very, very good placed shot. Now GF is just dominating this. Look at this. They have the city, they have the beach, they have everything.
Yeah, that's not looking too good for Dislike. My God, you know what? This is becoming kind of a thing here on Thunder Cup. You win 1 battle, you come out very strong, and then you get dominated for the next 3 games. Absolutely, you know, destroyed.
Sure, now either I'm seeing Ghost here or Sivers over on C is still alive and still has lost a single crew member. Now he did just take get damage to the cannon breach, which is going to mean that he's not going to fire back. And ooh, that's a massive hit to the turret. This is not looking good for Sivers here. He's all alone. He has no backup.
No backup at all.
Shaxi just relentlessly going forward. Relentlessly going forward. See.
Bot 93 going against Psalm. Both are strong players, and he's getting shot by Polarona.
He's just pushing him away. Look at this. Shaxi's just pushing Sivers away. No, we still haven't seen any aircraft so far. It seems like Dislike is not going to go for the BF-109 this time around.
Probably not.
I mean, they are trying hard here, but look at this. Alright, so over on B, we have Warpose alone against 2 GOF guys. With a damn turret, so he is not going to survive for much longer.
In the meantime, Dislike have lost half of their tickets, and they have lost the only guy on the beach that they had around Bravo. That was Warpowers. He's dead. Now, sir, and feel so matter, GOF are holding the Bravo tight. On the other side of the beach is Denixo and a T-44. But he stands very little chance of taking Bravo now, all by himself. I wonder if Bond 93 is going to support him, or he's going to go towards Alpha. Hard to say. Polarona is doing a great job, man. He's been holding this town pretty much alone for a long time now. But he's getting surrounded from both sides.
Nope. He just got taken out.
Turn this around. Dislike are about to turn this around. Look, they got no less than 4 tanks in the town.
Look at Ba, look at Ba. Look at Ba with the hero rush over on A. Is he going to decap? Oh, don't get with the artillery.
Yeah, no
Ba
more
just
bleeding.
stopped the bleeding. This is a clutch moment.
No more bleeding for Dislike.
This is going to give him some more time now. Dislike going with a strong presence in the town here. That is completely abandoned the idea to go for the beach here. Look at this. 5 tanks in the town. They are taking A. They are going to hold this strong. Giraffe has to mount a counterattack, or this might just be turned around on them.
GOF are counterattacking. This looks like it. They have to now. They have to. Because Ba 93 is capturing Alpha right now.
Now Brotling seems to be the best bet here for GOF to stop the capture, but he's only in the T-34, not exactly the strongest tank to take out, especially against the T-44. He is of course backed up by his teammates on his left, but it's going to be very hard for them to do something here. Especially since Alpha Dislike is behind cover. They're just using that church as cover.
You have to understand it's a make or break situation for Dislike. They gotta win this one or
oh, Brotling is being flanked here. Brotling is being flanked. Denixo just takes a perfect shot inside the third and Brotling is down. Look at that teamwork. Look at that teamwork. Dislike is just advancing now. They're just pushing the front line forwards. Pushing GF back into the spawn.
Totally wrecked that one. Feels so mad, the only guy left on the beach guarding Bravo for GOF. The only point that GOF has now.
Oh, this is not looking good for GOF. They are in trouble here. They should not have lost that city. It's going to be very hard for them to break the front line now. Dislike is so evenly matched out. Just so evenly spread out. They're just going to hold GOF on. They're just going to hold him back there.
We're seeing 2 war fronts in the middle of the town. Cybers 1 is going to decap Alpha, but he's about to get shot by Dazzle.
Is he going to make it though?
Yes.
Oh, he's on fire!
He's on fire.
Dazzle just immobilized him. But he takes him out. He takes him out. Cybers takes Dazzle out. This is very good.
Beautiful shot. Cybers now is in perfect place to capture Alpha only if he can fix himself in time.
So close, yet so far. That's only like 3 meters away, but he has to waste his time repairing now. All this time he can be flanked out. Look at Shaxi. Look at Shaxi. He's coming in from behind. Oh, this is not looking good for Cybers.
Good for Cybers. Doesn't even know what's gonna hit him.
Yeah.
No, he's not aware of what's coming behind him. Shaxi, I'm not sure if Shaxi spotted him yet. Yeah, he did.
He must have now. He must have now.
He did. He's coming up behind him, but Sam is coming to
Perfect
reinforce.
ass shot.
Sam is coming to reinforce. He spotted the Shaxi. Turn around. Can he save Cybers? Can he save Cybers?
No,
Cybers not
no.
doing too good. Cybers still alive.
Still alive, but just barely. He's not going to move from there anymore. He's getting shot by Shaxi here in the ass.
Psalm is about to decap Alpha. Yep, he just did it. Now he's
very good. But he's side on. He's side on against Shaxi and Warpo is now coming from the front.
Warpo is shooting him in the side of the turret. Looks like Psalm is not going to move his turret around. Nope. No, sir. And
this is bad.
Destroyed.
This is bad.
Completely
Now, there was a hero move here. GOF did try to take out A, but in the meantime, they lost B. The Nixo is capping B. The Blink is still going strong. Now, Fitzomite and Sir are holding the corner here, but they have to advance now. They have to cap B, they have to cap A.
The only problem is GOF don't have enough tanks to do this. They only got 3 vehicles left. Look at Dislike. Man, they got 5.
Again, we see the same repetition here. Dislike got cocky in the last match, choosing the same map they won on, and they got completely annihilated. And now the same thing is happening to GOF. They won on Normandy, and now they are losing.
Very true. Both of these teams is basically they're looking in the mirror. You know, they're adjusting to each other very well. Well, one of them is adjusting very well at the time. The other one, not so much.
Look at Warpos. Look at Warpos. He's coming in from the side. He's supporting his teammate here, who held him down.
About to get behind Sir of GOF.
Fieldsomite got destroyed. Sir's not the only one alive. He's being sandwiched.
Oh, pincer
one
move.
from behind. One from behind.
One from the front. Reminds me of a certain German movie I've seen. Oh my God! Look, they're doing it.
They are doing it.
Humiliation. Teabagged him.
Kids.
I'm not sure if there's such a thing as a teabag in War Thunder, but I think well, it is now. Look at Denixo. He just did it.
And that is how little tanks are made.
Okay, Nev. Is Nev the only one left?
Nev is the only one left. He is decapping C, but it is not going to be enough. They are running out of tickets. They are running out of tanks. I think Dislike is going to take this one. Oh, and he's being pummeled by artillery here. And he has some major damage there. Oh, both his loader and his commander is down. Even if he faces one-on-one against one of the Dislike guys, he's still in a disadvantage here. But the game is over. The game is over. Dislike takes a comeback here.
Dislike. My God, what a comeback. What a comeback.
This
Amazing.
is 2-2. Holy crap.
2-2, man. I know. This is going to be very exciting because not only this is the match break, but whoever wins this is going to move up the ladder to fight Adler. Whoever loses this one is out of the tournament for good. You go home. That's it. Make or break.
And Dislike is the one choosing the map here, so they have the home ground. Of course.
Now,
it's going to be interesting to see. Are they going to take Poland again?
Zerba, the arbiter of the match, has picked the map for the team.
Oh, alright.
Berlin. He says Berlin. It's going to be Berlin, so...
Oh, Berlin, a very dark, a very gritty map, very hard to play on in aircraft. But, gladly, these teams are tank teams.
Yeah, so you're a German. What can you tell us about Berlin? You got to be an expert.
It is very hard this time of year. Very, very dark, very, very muddy. There's lots of dead tanks around, lots of litter, you know. Half the buildings are destroyed, lots of smoke. It's a horrible place to be.
They should have cleaned it up from 1945.
They do.
They didn't. Okay, this is very interesting. Very interesting.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Dislike versus GOF. Whoever loses this game is out. Whoever wins this game is going to the next bracket. And this is match point. Both teams currently have 2 matches to their names. The last battle is going to be fought on Berlin. Whoever takes this is going to be very happy in their pants. Let's just put it like that.
I'm not wearing any pants right now. Anyway,
Oh,
you're
I'm
watching
not either.
Thunder Cup, and you're watching Thunder Cup, and it's me, Sean, also known as PopSharK, the voice of the official War Thunder tutorials. And with me here,
MikeGoesBoom.
Mike Goes Boom. We can say Mike goes back.
Mike goes doom. Mike goes
Mike goes doom. Mike goes. Yeah. Oh, hey guys, in the comments below, how do you think we can change Mike's nickname? Mike goes boom. Mike goes doom. Mike goes.
Oh,
back.
this is going to be golden. This is going to be golden here.
This is going to be golden. I know. Yeah. So, my God, a lot of serious combat. Bond93 just said in the chat, you know, that's quite a tank brawl. No, no useless planes here. Very interesting. Very
stabbing at the other teams there. Just that's a straight stab at the other teams taking out the aircraft.
I know. This battle smells of testosterone from a mile away. Okay.
I'm going to have to take a shower after this one. Like,
I know.
seriously.
I feel dirty, especially after what Dislike did to that GOF player at the end of the last battle.
Oh,
you know?
Come here, baby.
Come here, baby. Hug me.
That was just amazing. But yeah, this is... Oh. Seriously, I've never seen a battle this intense before. Just pure tank skills, just tactics, eliminations, one-shots, luck, RNGesus, everything. Everything.
Also wrecked, 360 no scopes, and you got a hold
T-bags.
your left wing. Though we almost saw no wings this battle.
We even saw a BF-109 crashing into a carrier. When's the last time you saw something like that happen?
We saw a tank kill a plane today.
Indeed, and we saw planes taking out tanks. We saw GOF taking in TBF-1C. The first time in the history of Thunder Cup, GOF actually went with an aircraft. This is just a match full of surprises here. Now let's see how the teams are going to handle this last one. This is nerve-wracking. Both teams know this, and the map is unfamiliar. This is no Normandy, no Poland. This is a new ground here. It's going to be very interesting to see who takes this.
I think people should watch more of the Thunder Cup because now, after looking through all these battles, I think I'm a better player just by looking at these amazing players play. I mean, players play, yeah, but whatever. Just looking at these guys do their job, I feel a better player now. What about you?
Well, yeah, you learn through watching stuff. That's the thing, and this is the prime example. These are pretty much the best players you can get your eyes on. So copying their tactics is probably going to be very, very effective in your day-to-day War Thunder life.
Yep, very true. Very true. Okay, so battle is about to begin. One more time, Dislike versus GOF in an elimination battle of Thunder Cup. Whoever wins this is going to move up to fight Dirt Adler, another tank-heavy team. Okay? So, if you like these kind of battles without the planes, you have come to the right place. Okay, so now we're getting your names. Mike has a room. Mike has a room. Not bad, not bad. Well, the battle is not on. I guess we can take a look.
Don't you know I live under a bridge? I just took my PC with me and live under a bridge and ask for donations. That's how Twitch works.
Okay.
Isn't it?
Oh, that's how you do it, right? You make people pity you so they give you more money. Oh, very interesting. A very interesting tactic, actually. Mike has to. Okay, I'm not gonna read this. Okay. Okay. Kevin Heinrich is saying we're historical. Okay, that's good. Well, at least we're making him laugh. Come on, I can't wait. Battle, please start battle. Come on, let's go.
Come on, I don't want to lose my boner.
Yeah, I know. Oh my god. Don't say that.
Come on.
Look,
we saw
guys,
some
he's
tanky
German,
back
German. You know, he's German, so he's confusing words in English. He did not say this.
No, it means something different in German.
Yeah, he meant to say bagel.
Even...
He meant to say bagel.
Yes.
He wants a bagel. He doesn't want to lose his bagel, you know, so it's fine. Don't listen to it.
No,
Okay.
I'm waiting for the battle here. Come on, guys, start.
Let's do it.
I want to see some action here.
Can't wait to see who's gonna win.
This is the last battle.
A guy from Dislike is called Argyle Tal. A very familiar name if you are into a certain English wargaming franchise. You know, tabletop a war game franchise in particular. Argyll Tal. I know what that means. I'm not going to talk about it because it's someone else's IP, but yeah, very interesting to meet someone.
Oh, and the match is going to start.
Berlin is loading. Beautiful.
Phew, finally. I was getting desperate here.
There goes the Reichstag. By the way, my grandfather actually participated in storming of the Reichstag 5 times, or was it 4 times? Yeah, like only the last one was successful, so it was very hard to take.
Now here we have a beautiful look at the German houses, which are all the same. And some street lamps.
Well,
Street lamps illuminating no streets.
We all know Germans like order, okay? They like when stuff is orderly and nice on time and stuff, so this, you know, German lifestyle, that's perfect.
That is correct. That is sehr korrekt.
Jawohl. Jawohl. Ja. Fantastisch, fantastisch. Ja, wunderbar. Okay, the battle has started. No planes again. Not a surprise.
Dislike again, so going for full force with the Russian T-44. They are not taking prisoners.
GOF have split into 2 forces, okay? They're moving on to Charlie and Alpha. Cybers 1 and Nevminiaimi, both on the T-44s, moving on to Alpha by GOF. Now, all the other players are moving on to Charlie.
Indeed, now Cybers and Nev are going to Alpha here. Nobody's going for B, it seems, so far. GOF definitely betting on the C flag here. With a full force of 4 tanks going straight for C. What's this like? Only has Glad Reptoid here, flanking around wide. And 3 other tanks going there. It seems like, yeah, it seems like the teams are going to try and get the C point. GOF is the first, seems to be the first squadron to go to A. Are they going to take this? Yes, it seems
hard.
so.
But then again, look.
How do you know it's hard?
Bach 93 and Strelevitny, they are in place to take both Alpha and Bravo. I wonder where they will go from here.
It seems like they're giving some flanking fires on the guys over on C. Stravlov definitely going through the river. He's going for B. People that go through the river definitely try to go for B here. In the meantime, GOF is taking Alpha and is taking C at the moment. Glad Raptor did not make it in time. He is flanking around, but he's going to be met by Fieldsomad and Brodling. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, Fieldsomad just took a shot there. Bounced. Glad Raptor bounced off the T-44. Yeah, not good. Not good.
Strelevitny in a T-44 of Dislike is coming up sneaky-like on Bravo, like a real ninja. Look at this guy.
And here's the obligatory driver crash on Berlin. Don't really think it's going to be right back. There we are again.
Yeah.
Low graphic textures, and there we go.
That had to happen, man. You're absolutely right.
Now Stravlov very, very bravely here, taking the B flag, but it's the only flag that Dislike is going to have here. GOF going very strong, holding both A and C in very strong positions.
Very true, but GOF are already making Dislike bleed points, and this has to make Dislike kind of nervous. Maybe they're gonna get sloppy because of this.
We'll have to see. Now, remember, Dislike did turn the last game around. GOF was dominating at the start of the match, and Dislike just completely slapped him across the face and took the win. Maybe we see something different, something similar here. You can always count on the comebacks on these teams. But so far it's not looking so good.
Very, very true. So unless Dislike does something to dislodge GOF either from Charlie, which is not likely to happen given how they got more vehicles there for now, or Alpha, they're gonna lose points fast. This is not looking good for Dislike so far.
And, you know, GOF is still very strongly holding this this C flag over here. Warpost is in trouble. It's very, very lucky in bouncing that shot from Sir here. But you have to advance. Dislike have to advance. They're coming full force.
Warpost just got taken out by Sir and his T-44. My God, it was a beautiful
4
shot.
minutes in, we see the first casualty of this battle. Sir takes out Warpowers.
Yeah, these guys are both going very cautiously about this.
Oh, this is looking bad for Dislike. They were already at a disadvantage over here on C. Now they just lost one of the players. Shax is still repairing. He's in trouble. Denix though, the only one available, and he just took a hit. That's his gunner down. Denix is now unable to fire back as well. Brodling just got taken out by Glad Raptor from halfway across the map.
Got annihilated by Reptiloid. But look at this, Dezel and a Panther A all the way from across the street. Look at this. He's covering Shaxi. Shaxi has repaired, and he's now in combat. Let's see if he can kill Polarona.
That's the front of an M4A3 though.
getting shot in the side by Feel So Mad. Oh, GOF, the captain of their team. He just nailed him.
Let's see how this develops here. This is definitely looking very strong here for GOF. They are holding this map.
It's going very good for them so far.
Look, the guys over on there still haven't moved. They're just holding that down.
Feel So Mad is about to outflank Reptiloid from the side. Look at this. Feel So Mad. Can he do it?
There's a lot of cover in the way though. This is bad. This is bad for Feel So Mad. Oh, actually, bounced the shot off the side of the turret.
That was a ricochet. Reptiloid just bounced out that shell like it was nothing.
He's going to get another shot off. He's aiming. Glad Raptor is not able to move his turret. This is a bad angle though. This is a bad angle. Oh, and straight hit, and he's down.
Shot right through the mantlet. One shot, one kill. No luck, just skill.
No damage taken. Oh! Psalm just took in the TBF again. GOF just went for the aircraft again, surprising dislike completely.
It was beautiful. I did not actually see this, but I only saw it in the chat because I was looking elsewhere. But yeah, my god, again, they did it again.
Hold on, Psalm took out 3 tanks with a single bombing run. Again, Psalm repeating the same pattern. He's just going for the multi-kills.
This is crazy. I don't know what you guys think, but I think this is nuts. But this is not looking very good.
Oh, look at Brosnan, look at Brosnan. He's advancing on C, he's advancing on C. Is he going to make it? Actually, no, this is his flag. Shaxy's back there. Shaxy's back there all alone. He has no support. Feels so much on the flank. Shaxy is in trouble here.
It looks like it. Yeah, he's alone. He's all alone, but he's about to get some support from behind. Strelivian, a T-34-85. Also, Reptiloid and another one, just like this one. Coming up behind.
Oh, Shaxy took some big hit from the side there. He is on fire.
He is on fire. Engine is out. Not gonna move anywhere.
Feels so magic. Good shot there. Good position there. Another shot. Again on fire.
On fire again.
Look at this. He's just firing between the buildings here. Feels so magic is just sniping this guy.
Oh my god. How the hell is he still alive? He's not. Not anymore. Shaxy's
not
dead.
Anymore.
But feels so mad. GOF, their captain, is about to get pincered by Strelividny. Nope, probably not. But
look at Ba, look at Ba. Bounce a shot and gets taken out.
Strelividny just destroyed Feels So Mad. Absolutely. Now, Dislike are in prime position to take Charlie. And at least stop the bleed. Oh my god, that did not work well. Did not work well.
Look at the points, look at the points. Dislike have to move, they have to stop this bleed now.
They gotta stop
They are on seat, they are on seat. They are going to stop this bleed, but is it going to be enough? That's the question here. GOF is actually running out of tanks here. Let's look at the scoreboards.
Remember, this is a make or break situation. If either of the teams loses this, that's it. They're out of the tournament, they're going home, packing their stuff, and that's it.
That is it. That is it. Now these players must be so nervous right now. Just look at this, look at the scores. Dislike must be shaking in their pants right now.
I know. I'd be too. Hell, I already am.
Oh, this is bad. This is bad. GOF is going for B. GOF is going for B. They're going to resume the bleed here.
Sneaky like river tank is going. Yeah, he's gonna cap it. I think.
T-44, strong amphibian tank.
Of course, Soviet tank is the best. Hell, I know, man.
Yeah, this is it. This is it.
Now good. Okay, capturing. Okay.
Left is on B. They have B. They have A.
Just got shot from across the map. Ooh.
It doesn't matter though. It doesn't matter, does it?
He's dead, man. I know he decapped.
He is dead, but he decapped. He decapped.
He decapped. I know.
Now, what's Dislike is not bleeding out at the moment. They still have to cap that, and they're risking a lot of tanks doing that.
And they got very little tickets left, very few.
Oh, and GF has an ace up their sleeve. Psalm is back in the air. He is reloaded. He's back in the air. He's going to take another triple kill. Remember, every single tank is very, very, very important now. Dislike cannot afford to dislike more tanks.
Right? 2 tanks and that's it.
That's it. Oh, Simmers is on fire.
Simmers is on fire, getting shot by Deslin and Panther D of Dislike. Very beautiful shot. I think that's it.
Ooh, Simmers is down. Deslin just MVP this game. He's now going for the cap zone, is he? Just looking good for Dislike. Capo is looking good for Dislike.
Be going there. He is turning around, man. He is no, he's not.
That's a bomb. That's a bomb. That's a crit, and he's down.
Yeah, I saw him yet again with precise bomb drop on Dazzle of Dislike. Takes out Panther D like it was nothing. 360 no scope and
That
wrecked.
is 2 kills. He took up both Bar and Dazzle, and he still seems to have one bomb left. Is he going? Oh yes, he's going for Stravel. Stravel is unable to move. He's repairing. That is... Stravel is down. Again, 3 kills here from Psalm. Being the MVP of the match. He's not even trying to reload here now, is he? Actually, he is. He should be switching into a tank now. But this was the clutch moment here. Dislike could not afford to lose those 3 tanks. They just evened out the scores here.
Yep. They don't have a lot left, so...
And they are losing C. Feel So Mad is capturing C.
Shaxy's decapping.
Look at the
now,
scores.
Even though he's on
Oh!
fire. He's on fire and he's decapping.
He just stopped the bleed. He just stopped the bleed. Look at the scores. Look at the scores. He just stopped the bleed. This is
Feel
so
So Mad
intense.
is also decapping Charlie at the same time. What a perfect move.
I don't know where to look here. Oh, but it's
Seriously,
bad.
this
It's
is
bad.
crazy.
Neff is capping B. If he caps B, the ticket bleed is going to resume, and Dislike is going to be in a very hard position here. Feel So Mad also
Feel
on
So
the cap
Mad
zone.
capturing Charlie also.
Yeah, this
Oh,
does not
this
look
is not
good for
looking too
Dislike.
good. Not
Is this
looking
going
too
to
good.
be...
Can Reptiloid stop Feel So Mad? Can Reptiloid do it?
It's too late.
If he
It is
can't,
too late.
this is it. I think this is too late.
Is
So
this a win for
GOF?
GOF? Is
GOF
GOF going to
gonna
take
take
this?
Well,
Tickets are almost down.
Let's wait until it's official. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
GOF takes the win.
GOF
3-2 against Dislike. They just won this.
3 versus 2. Very, very dynamic fight. Very exciting. Now they're moving up in Thunder Cup elimination ladder. They completely destroyed Dislike in the last battle. So, and they're going up against Der Adler. Another very heavy tank team.
Sean, I'm out of words here. This was this was honestly the most amazing battle I've seen so far. Just pure tank action. Just very evenly
Absolutely.
matched teams. This was amazing.
None of them silly planes out here, just tanks like real men, you know? That's true. That went really, really well. So, in case you have just joined, you're watching Thunder Cup, and we're just seeing very exciting battles between Dislike and GOF. GOF have won 3-2 against Dislike. It was very intense. You know, lots of tanks. And lots of actually very good, like precision planes. Like it was like a surgeon's blade, man. I mean, the way Psalm bombed them, it was amazing.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, there are going to be matches every day. 2 matches every day. So stay tuned to this Twitch channel right here. Remember, the final of Thunder Cup is going to be on Sunday. Stay tuned for that. Now, my name is MikeGoesBoom, and I was joined here by the lovely Sean. We really hope you enjoyed the stream. I know I did. I am way too excited right now.
Yeah, now we're going to go down to the comments of this Twitch and get your feedback. We're really, really interested in what you think about this, especially about us, me and Mike here. Thank you very much for being with us. It was an amazing game to comment on and a real honor to do this. It was beautiful. Thank you very much, and you are watching Thunder Cup.
See you next time.
See you next time. Bye-bye.